guys. Well, we're back. Got back last night, September 16th, 3 days shy of a month. Spending a month in this little teeny place and we didn't kill each other. It was such a good time. Got back last night, threw a frozen pizza in the oven, went to bed early, got up early. David's out mowing. Mother Nature was trying to take back her land, but we're going to fight a little bit more on that. Now I'm going to jump on this of getting her all cleaned up, put her back in that garage all cleaned up for our next trip, and myself. Get myself all cleaned up. But as soon as I'm done, I'll come back and we'll talk about our trip. We had such a good time. Such a good time. Even though I made videos, I'd like to just talk about it. All right? See you in a little bit. Bye. Hi, guys. Well, I got the baby all cleaned up for our next trip coming in October. We're going to go to Blue Springs, one of our local favorites. Love it, love it. As weather gets cooler, the manatees come in. Last year at Christmas time, there was over 417 manatees. You could walk across them. But that's a trip coming up. And also in Thanksgiving and Christmas, we're going back. You have to reserve those spots a year ahead. Okay, let's talk about the trip we just did. Our longest trip ever to Minnesota. We've gone to South Carolina and Georgia, but this was the long one. So we started out on August 19th, took off. Our first stop was at F.D. Roosevelt State Park, one night. Nice park, man-made lake, nice and clean, big, roomy, really roomy campsites, but like I said, only one night, so we didn't get to really see what that was all about. Our second stop was Lilydale up in Allen, Tennessee. We were going to meet my sister Linda and her husband Jim, and they had something come up so they couldn't make it, but we spent 2 days there, and boys, that place nice. That's a real hidden gem. Lilydale. I'll put a thing on down here for it. Our next stop, we were playing it by ear then. The last two we had reservations for. Then we thought we're just going to wing it. So we looked on our GPS and it brings up different campsites. One was Heflin Park in Edinburgh, Indiana. There's about 30 spots. You're on a river. It was okay for one night. I'll put it that way. It was okay. Okay, our next spot was Lazy Acres, and that was up in well, anyways, I'll put that down. I can't think of it right now. Now that spot was nice. There was no lake or river there, but it was nice. It was right off the interstate, and it was nice for one night. There was a big cornfield out in the back, and lots for kids to do, horseshoes, frisbee, volleyball. There was a lot to do, go-karts. Then we went to my favorite of all time. It was the waterfront RV Lakehead Boat Basin in Duluth. It's down by the aerial lift bridge. Nobody really knows about it because it's actually a marina. And in the summertime, they let 30 RVs in the spots where they usually store the boats. And they have water and electric, and some of them have a dump station with there, but otherwise there's a dump station on the rail. So we went there, we called and got in early, so we were there for 5 nights. It's so beautiful. You got the bridge right there, you got the whole hillside of Duluth all lit up at nighttime. The sailboats, the fishing boats are right out there. You can watch the guys get up at 6:30 in the morning, get in their fishing boats with all the people they're taking, and head on out underneath the aerial lift bridge, which is the coolest thing ever. And so then we stayed down there for 4 nights. Then we headed up to 2 harbors. It's called Burlington Bay. There we had reserved a spot, 41, that was right on Lake Superior. It was nice, but the thing is they crammed you in there. So it was nice until the next camper came over, and pretty soon we can touch him. And I said, we're out of here. So I went to the office and they got a news section that's up there and it's layered, tiered up, and only so many can get in there. And it's like big rigs, you know. So I asked if they had any openings. She said we had one. And so we jumped on that and stayed there for the next 2 nights. I like that spot. Burlington Bay in Two Harbors, Minnesota. Then from there, we went up to my sister Joanne and Bill's cabin up in Two Harbors, just to have a couple days just with family. And we stayed up there for 3 nights. Yeah, Friday till Monday. Then we went back down to the airlift bridge, the boat basin, because I tell you, I couldn't get enough of that place. And I wanted to go underneath the airlift bridge in my kayak or on my paddleboard, and we got to do it. The day was absolutely perfect. It was calm. So we went underneath the bridge. My heart was pumped, but we did it. And then we just paddled around the whole Bay Area. It was so nice. Such a beautiful, beautiful spot. It's a parking lot, but there's so much going on. You can walk around town. They've got all the different things you can do. The Duluth downtown waterfront district. There's so much to do. There's restaurants. There's souvenir shops. There's so much to see. The lake, the new boardwalk, which my son Brent worked on. The new boardwalk, you can take your bikes on, which we took our bikes. We hooked Phoebe up in her little buggy on the back. We went up as far as Leif Erikson Park, but it goes on forever. And so if you have a whole, couple days, you could just actually pack up a tent and go camping on the way up there. So all the things to do in Duluth. Then, after we left there, we wanted to just take our time going back. So we stopped at one. It was Black Hawk. It was okay. It was a lot of full-time residents and part-time and a few that just came in for the night. So it was nice and clean. We liked it, but like again, we're only there for 1 night, so I can't really say too much about it. But it was nice. Okay, from there we went to Fern Lake. That was our next spot. And we took that one. That one was real small. Real small. And there wasn't anything to do. We were right off the interstate, but it was good for the night. The price was a little high. I didn't like that, but we needed to get something, and there was nothing in that area, and I think that's why the price was high, because they knew they could get it. Then our last stop, we took off, and we says, okay, we'll stop one more night somewhere in Alabama before we head home. And we looked up and said, why are we doing private campgrounds? Why don't we do state parks? We love state parks. So we looked at state parks. Wind Creek State Park in Alexander City, Alabama. We pulled in. I had looked up the internet of what all was going on there. It's a huge lake, Lake Martin. That place was incredible. So instead of 1 night, we stayed 4 nights. It was absolutely spectacular. We were right on the lake, on a peninsula. There are so many campsites, but I did a video just on the campsites of just waterfront, because we only take waterfront. And we stayed there, and there was geese, there was ducks. We were pretty much all by ourselves on this peninsula, because school's in, and so not a lot of kids were there. We paddleboard, we kayak. There is so much to do. They've got zip lines, they've got, of course you pay for that, but all the hiking trails, there's hiking trails everywhere. So we've already made reservations for next August. We're going back for a week. If we can get it longer, we're going to. So that was our trip this time. We made it back on the 16th, 3 days shy of a month, and we had such a good time. And so next year, we're going to start, we've already started all our planning for next year's. And April, we're taking off Oklahoma and New Mexico, see David's mama, and just see where we go from there. And then we've got trips planned for Lake Hartwell, which I got to do a great video on that one. Dings Ferry is another one, Lake Juliet up in Georgia. There's just so many. I'm just keeping folders of every place, because even if it gets down to where we're gone, you know, a month, every other month. That would be fine by me, because we really have fun. Well, thanks for watching my videos, and when we go to Blue Springs, I'm going to be taking a long video of that one with all the campsites and all the things to do around there, because there's a lot to do there. Bike trails, hiking, the spring, swimming. Oh, it's just beautiful. So I'll do that because our family is also going there Thanksgiving. They rented cabins. Then my brother has a camper he's going to be staying in. We have got our camper. So we'll have a very big family thing going on there. And then Christmas, I'm going to decorate everywhere. I got all kinds of Christmas stuff to put up. And that'll be at Blue Springs. Well, thanks for watching. Bye.